I said George Mikan last week. I didn't
Now
say
you just
Bill.
don't know your eras.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. So we are officially the unofficial podcast of the Enhanced Games. Joey, can you beat Armless Cody with nipple skates?
So
Could that please be the name of this episode?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got nothing. Gentlemen? No. I got nothing.
What?
Shit?
We're
Gentlemen.
leading in with a train wreck.
Yeah.
We end with
How we doing? Just record scratch, boys. Welcome to the Juice Boy Show.
Okay.
Episode 91. Three brothers-in-law started a weekly sports podcast almost 2 years ago, guys. The only sports podcast run by three in-laws. We've checked. We've checked our sources. We've done the research.
We've done next to no research.
Well, that's
quick Google.
if it was
Google.
if it was no research, then we can't say that.
Exactly.
Yes, we've done some.
The only one in the entire world, the best. Let me go check one. Go send it to us, guys. I'm the third turd. Cody, we got Juice Boy Joe. We got Mr. Pelletier. Thanks for listening. However you're listening, shows drop every Friday. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, Tickety Talk, all the fun pieces of sports content. Guys, we are back to a weekly during the summer months. Guys, what are we drinking? How's the week going? Let's kick it off right. Let's kick this episode. Yeah, what do we got?
Friends, it just I'm perplexed right now. I brought this up before, but my fantastic neighbors next door who have 50 goats on 1 acre decided to tractor push all of the dead grass and lot of poop all in 2 piles. So my neighbor's yard looks like Jurassic Park. And he goes, that's a lot of shit. Just massive 6-foot shit piles. So we had to vacate the house yesterday and go sit by the river because the smell was so awful.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Luckily, it's been alternating between really hot and rainy, which I can imagine only helps.
So if anybody out there is an animal cruelty or just a lawyer that can help me out, this is getting horrific. I don't want to live next to Jurassic Park mounds of shit. So please help me. I bought this to sit out on my deck before it smelled like death because it sounded delicious. I saw an ad for it. Sun Cruiser, iced tea and vodka with peach. All right, so let's give it a shot here. There's no carbonation.
Oh, live. The pour is giving us far less than the cracking open.
Yeah. First taste.
That's good. You could taste the vodka in it, but that is good. Yeah. Sun Cruiser, good outside drink. So when the goat smell's gone, I'll enjoy you on the deck.
Question. I've asked this before. What is the purpose of the goats for these people?
There is none.
That makes zero sense to me.
They have to be selling them or something, right?
No. Oh, you would think so, but then there wouldn't be 50 of them. And so it's,
that doesn't mean that they're selling them at the rate they're being replenished. They can just be selling them.
Is it
low
goat
demand, high stock?
Goat cheese? Are they making cheese?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. They just said nothing and she named all of them. So, I feel kind of bad because she loves them, but they smell so good.
Whoever's a goat expert, send it in. Let us know how to help Joe out. Guys, Chris, you staying clean? Should we move on? Should we move on from you?
Just fine. Yeah. Life rolls on.
My gosh, I got a little maker's mark, guys. Let's jump into the sports docket. Squeeze of the week.
Problems. You guys aren't ditching with goats and 6-foot mounds of poop.
Yeah.
And now the goats are climbing on.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to follow that up. That was our lead in.
Chris doesn't have a goat shit problem. Good for you, Chris. That's what you're bringing to the show.
Good for you.
You're bringing that in. Guys, let's jump into the sports docket real quick. We got Squeeze of the Week, Moron Mountain Claim to Shea. We got a big tot and a quick stat aid to wrap it up. JJ Spawn, U.S. Open, walk-off putt, a 65-footer. He needed it in 2.
Oh.
The course was a bitch. Oh, my gosh. There was rain. There was wind. There was rain on some holes and not on other holes. Oh, my gosh.
That was crazy.
There was a rain delay.
It was insane.
That golf course is wacky. Where you have to cross over the interstate. It's a massive highway.
It's like a 6-lane interstate too, though. It's not even like.
Yeah, so it's so big that there was torrential downpour on 11, and then there was nothing at 8. It was just this is crazy. Collapse of Burns was pretty hard to watch. That was sad. He was putting together a really strong couple of rounds, and then seeing him and Adam Scott, just the wheels fall off. But Spawn started that way. His opening round of his final round was horrific.
Was it 4 or 5 bogeys to start?
Did you see
When
him?
he shanked one
nailed
off the off the pin.
the pin pole. Yeah, he hit it off of that, and then it ricocheted back like 200 feet. I mean, it was horrible. Just rolled all the way
Like a
down
spectacular
to the very
shot
end.
that could not have gone
Yeah.
worse for him. And like the camera hands back to him, and it's like a scene from The Office. Like you just watch the light inside get snuffed out of his eyes.
Because they cut it back to like 4 or 5 times, and it's still rolling.
It's still
not
just rolling as he just sits there and just looks on, devastated.
No, stop.
But JJ Spawn has been around the last few weeks, last few months of this year, and just
He
hasn't
has
been able
been.
to pull it off.
Up until this point, he had a single win in 13 years of professional golf, like almost retired once upon a time, like almost hung it up and decided like, no, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to try and give myself like one very serious, very real push. And this season has been the result. Like, yeah, you're right. He was in a playoff earlier this season that he didn't wind up winning, but he's been kind of hanging around near the top pretty regularly. And is just one of those dudes that's really easy to root for. He's got a story that's really easy to kind of resonate with and just go, yeah, glad to see someone like that sitting on top.
Never scored in the top 20 in a major and then wins the Open on one of the hardest courses in the world. That's pretty badass.
As
Well,
the
that's-
only
yeah.
player to score under par.
Yeah. I was really happy to see that
unbelievable.
because they were talking last week. We were talking up the course, saying this is going to be so hard, and the rough was so hard.
Oh,
and a couple of those things when the rain came in and they kept on having to move the ball for like being like in a puddle and everything. That was nasty. But I was happy to see like the players struggle the way they did because they were hyping it up to be so hard, and it was that hard. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see these like top of the world golfers. Only one
Struggle.
dude, and then that was being
Rory
that master
destroyed a
putt.
tee box.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark destroyed a couple of lockers. I think I texted you boys. There was a nice video of my pick, Shane Lowry,
Yeah,
like
how'd he do?
6 holes into the tournament, going, "Fuck this place." Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think I made a bad pick here, boys.
Hey, Oberg, my pick didn't make the cut either. So
Yeah, Joey was the only one
Shoffley
whose
did.
pick made the cut.
Yeah,
and
he still had
Schlafly was
9
still
over,
was
but
he was not great.
Yeah.
John Rahm for a second they thought might win because everyone was backsliding on that back.
He was +4 in the clubhouse, and they're like, dude, you might just back into this thing.
Yeah, you got your round in early, you played decent, and everyone else is just backsliding real quick. So congrats to JJ Spawn. We're trying to get him on the show.
Well, yeah,
He's making the round. He did.
Text him.
What did he do? Good Morning America, Dan Patrick. I think Juice Boys is hopefully on the media schedule for him.
He's listening. He's listening right now.
I mean,
so come on,
if you
Jake.
care about the great people of Ghana, you will come on this show.
Let's hit into NBA Finals, NHL Finals. Take your pick. As of right now, it sounds like Panthers are up 2-0.
Panthers are up 2-0
in the finals, clinching. So we're going to proceed with the NHL as if the
3-0.
Panthers.
Oh, wait, no, 3-0. Just a moment ago.
They just scored.
Okay, I feel confident.
Mere moments ago.
We are going to move forward in the Panthers winning the cup.
Back-to-back years, it's looking like that's going to happen.
It's impressive.
Pretty impressive.
The bummer, nobody cares.
Bummer, nobody cares. And once again, as Vangrove Joe said, the curse of Canada continues. Back-to-back Stanley Cup losses for Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl might get the Conn Smythe this time. There might be back-to-back losing, teams with the Conn Smythe winner, but I bet they'll give it to Florida. They played so well this whole tournament.
Give it to Marchand.
But, Marchand, give it to Marchand. He's been on four goals in this the finals.
Just the double OT shorthand winner, like that alone is incredible.
14 years apart from when he scored 4 goals for the Bruins in 11. And like, that's crazy. So the dude's old. He only scored 3 goals during the regular season for the Panthers. He was a late addition to the team, and he's just lighting it up in the Stanley Cup final. So big deal. And they really didn't need him to make this push because they won last year. I already had the team, but dude, they're good and they're young and they're gonna be tough to beat. Luckily, they're not in the Western Conference.
Here's a question for my dumbass. Miami Heat, not a great crowd. Not a great
No.
So how's the Miami hockey? Very hot there. This is a cold sport. Do they support? Are they all about it?
The thing is, like, I thought the same thing, saying, how could they be into hockey? But it's like, hockey's played indoors in a vast majority of this country, especially year round. You can't play hockey outdoors in Colorado, like right now. You can in occasional spots of pond hockey, but no, so it actually is pretty popular. They have 2 teams, and I was down in Tampa, and Tampa loves the Lightning. It's everything is the Lightning down there. They don't give a shit about the Rays. At all.
I mean, I don't know if the Rays give a shit about the Rays.
Yeah, nobody does.
They just forget that they're even
Not
team.
a high bar to be soaring over.
No, not
Like
at
they
all.
were making like consecutive ALCSs and made a World Series, and no.
On the smallest payroll in the
no.
history of the world, and they were developing people. Oh, congrats to the
Dick Vitale,
Panthers.
superfan, but
If we
yeah.
curse it, then
Yeah, preliminary congrats. Hey, if we curse it, then I'm even happier.
you like cursing people.
Crazy to see.
That's what you're.
Crazy to see.
I do.
You have a power to curse. Hey, NBA guys, on Thursday, the show comes out Friday. The Panthers Thunder could be over. We're going to take a
Who are
risk.
the Panthers.
What did I say? Pacers from
Pacers,
Indiana.
Yeah. I'm going to go on the limb though. I think the Pacers are going to push it to 7. I think. I think
Without
Pacers-
Halliburton?
But I just think I still think it's going to happen. I think it's already. I think it's a kind of in a script, and I think it's going to come down like the OKC winning in OKC Game 7. I think like the same way they beat the Nuggets, the same way I think it's. I think that's going to happen. But without Halliburton, it's going to be real tough.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and respectfully disagree there. Yeah, I mean, you take out Halliburton, who is like the centerpiece of that team.
Yeah.
Who is like the centerpiece of that team's culture as well. All of a sudden, he's sitting on the bench. He's not driving on both sides of the ball. That's just a critical piece to be missing at the single most important game of the season. Like, there's no way. If he's out there, so are the Pacers.
I mean, Oklahoma City has to have one of the lowest fan bases in all of basketball, right? Just from their small market, probably in these things. And it really seems like nobody likes them. It seems like everybody this entire run has just been dogging like SGA in their game and just saying they're boring. So it's just like
Which is accurate.
It is, but it's saying like this is crazy where they're gonna win. And if Edmonton won, then the like hockey world would go insane. If the Knicks won, the NBA world would go insane. No one would care if the Pacers won. No one really cares.
We've said that. That's the NBA fault. That's not the GMs for building and actually developing a team. Also, I think the Thunder is a young enough team. They may be really hungry to win at home in a Game 7.
That's what
So
I'm saying,
I think that's the only chance that if they actually come flat-footed, obviously the Pacers are in survival mode, that they can steal one without Halliburton. But the Thunder are young enough where maybe they're like, oh, we want to do it at home on Game 7. They think they can turn it on. Maybe they can.
What are they, like the Black Sox?
I don't know. Everyone,
We're
Seems like they
choosing
can
which
turn on when
ones
they
we
want.
win, which
yeah, but they're
ones we
young enough.
lose.
They're
Like,
young enough where they would think about that. Where maybe they mail it in if they get down by 15 in the fourth. You know what I mean?
Chance. A bunch of like
know.
ultra competitive professional athletes are like, let's take this one off.
You don't take it off, but it's
No,
you,
but it's
you
not
always
the
dream of
same
winning at a home. Yeah,
mentality.
you always
You
dream
just
of winning.
dream of winning. Maybe on ring number 2.
I get you, McCoy. Yeah, so I mean, but sadly, they could be a powerhouse for a long time, and I don't want to see it.
And I guess that's my only argument. As of if they do show up, they're going to win the game. But that would be my only little devil's advocate.
So yeah, they're really good. They're really good. I just don't like them. I don't like them.
Congrats to the. We'll see what happens when this show comes out. You'll be the first to know, not us, guys. Let's jump into Shohei Ohtani super quick. The man is back pitching. It's a big deal. He did pitch 1 inning after 2 or 3 years off. Real quick, guys.
Like
Should he be pitching?
680 days.
Should he be pitching? Is it important for the league? Is it important for the Dodgers? Should he be a closer?
I mean, it's dope.
It is dope. He's the best hitter in the
Enough to
league.
just be dope. Like, is that good enough?
Is it needed? Like, he's still the best player in the league. Is it a risk?
It's needed to fulfill that contract. If they're paying him $70 million a year, he needs to do both. And that's why that's why he got that $700 million contract.
That's true.
So it's just like, I like them coming in and having him pitch 1. I said this of like when he got hurt and having him come back and be, I think it'll like lengthen his career exponentially. We looked at John Smoltz was the best starting pitcher in baseball, just like Shohei, then became the best closer in baseball. And I think Shohei can do that. He came in, he one earned run, 1 inning, blah, blah, blah. It didn't really matter because they still won the game. But he threw 100 miles an hour. And just, can you imagine him in the lineup the entire time, then him coming in just throwing 102 as a closer? I mean, he could be dominant. That would be freaking sick.
It'd be sick. Dennis Eckersley?
Yeah, Eckersley did it. Yeah,
I think you're right, Joe. I forgot about the contract, the deferred contract, if you will.
That's right. That's
in the next decade,
who knows? Yeah.
Oh my God.
You have to pay him. Yes, he's the best hitter in the league, along with Aaron Judge. But with that much money, you got to get some kind of innings. The owner is like, I need 100 innings in the next 10 years or so. I need something.
We're not paying you league redefining money to just be really, really good at hitting.
Mm-hmm. We're paying you league-defining money to defy the league of pitching and hitting.
Because it'd be so cool being a leadoff hitter and a closer. Like that would be be so sick. Yeah. So
imagine getting the game winning or game tying hit and then coming in the ninth to close it down. That's pretty badass.
That's pretty badass.
Guys, quick music break. We'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're so back. Episode 91. Quick, greatest NBA player to wear 91 is
Dennis Rodman.
Nice, Joe.
Well done,
Chris. A little disappointed, but
you could not have had high expectations for me.
No, I didn't. Episode 91. Thank you, Juice Junkies, for tuning in this week. We love you. We're going into Squeeze of the Week, Moron Mountain. Claim to Shame, our favorite segment of the show. I got two. Count them. 1, 2.
And 2.
There it is.
And we have a squeeze from a listener. So I'm going to start us off. Okay. I'm going to put Joe Linehan on Moron Mountain.
Why?
Oh, fantastic.
For last week, this moron said he could play in the NBA in the 1960s. Some Tris call it the golden age of the NBA.
Right now, he said
as a 38-year-old
with bad knees.
With bad knees. Joey Linehan thought he could go get anything on the court in the 1960s.
Yeah, dude.
If you haven't checked out last week's episode, he went running. I mean, he ran with a thought. He was confident. We had to slow him down.
Have you watched?
And then he doubled down.
And then he doubled down.
Have you watched the footage of Wilt Chamberlain rebounding of those people?
Oh my God!
It looks like they're small children. All right. So yes, any other game besides
you would have been one of those children.
You're 6 foot. He is 7'1". You still aren't
big. I would have been big for the NBA back then.
Oh my God!
Big. All right?
Joey, I thought about this.
Then my bald head would have looked normal. All right. So
well, that's true.
Yeah.
I thought about this all week. How stupid this take was. This might win the squeezies. Chris, you might ask, what NBA players were in the NBA in the 60s? What players were in the NBA in the 60s?
Do tell.
Besides the Celtics.
Jerry Lucas, okay. Elgin Baylor, considered maybe one of the greatest players of all time. You ain't stopping him. Bob Pettit, Sam Jones.
I'd stop Bob Pettit.
What? You would not. A good guy named Bill
Joey
Russell.
Never lacks for arrogance.
Bill Russell, Joe? You going to get in front of Bill Russell?
Just forget about the Celtics.
Jerry West. What about that?
Oh, I mean, Jerry.
How about Oscar Robinson? How about Lou Alcindor?
Robertson, but yeah.
Oscar Robinson.
But he was later. He was later. You know, I'm talking like maybe 1959, 1960.
No, you can't move your take now. I think what you actually
said George Mikan last week. I said George Mikan last week.
So now you just don't know your eras.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's
got me.
You got Earl Monroe in there.
Yeah.
You got Willis Reed in there.
Okay,
Joey's just slowly working backwards to technically, I think I could make the cut in the very first NBA game.
Yeah. When they were using the wooden baskets, I would dominate. So.
The wooden baskets is oh my gosh. So now you're backtracking. I'm calling you out. You're on Moron Mountain. That was a dumbass take.
Okay.
The glory days of the NBA are the 60s. The 70s was the cocaine-ridden era. And then you go into Magic and Larry and then Jordan. You're not doing shit in the 60s of the NBA.
Okay, 50s. 50s.
You just get to throw out the 50 and I'll be back next week after I look into the 50s. Maybe late 40s, post-World War II. Maybe you got a shot. That pissed me off. I lost sleep over that take.
That's so funny.
For those that don't know,
you had like
Joey,
a forehead vein popping out.
For those that don't know Joey as personally as we do, sometimes he will be so confident in a take that it'll take me and Chris maybe 2 minutes to realize how fucking stupid the take was, but he said it with so much confidence that we skate by.
He says it like water is wet.
Yes, that's
he says it in a way to where it's like he says it as if we all already know it.
Yes. And it takes me and Chris a moment
before you can even like take a moment to be like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. He'll make a statement. Me and Chris will look at each other usually 2 minutes later, and then Joey's already moved on in his topic. But me and Chris have to be like, whoa. You said something that was not right.
Yeah, and then as soon as you pin him down, he does what he just did and changes it. No. What I meant was, yeah. And if I could actually, and then you're 4 miles away from the thing that he already tried to sell you on.
It's all connected.
You've been caught.
Back to the same spot.
Show. Oh, that pissed me off. I'll sleep. Chris, we got to squeeze the week from a listener.
It pissed you off in a hypothetical situation of me going into a time machine and punching George Mikan to get a rebound.
Thinking you would do anything.
You lost sleep about that?
Yes, it was awful. Oh, Chris. What else? Oh, Wes Unseld? You ain't getting a rebound on Wes Unseld? George Mikan was still in the league. Oh, you weren't doing nothing. Lenny Wilkins? With those knees, Joe, you're going to beat Wilkins? Oh, my gosh. What are we doing here? Chris, start your squeeze before
It's not going to go great. Boys, I got a call yesterday from our old pal Mike down in Dallas. And his take was just, I'm going to do my best to try and include his wording. But like we had a full conversation about this, so I'm going to try and summarize. It was essentially, when the fuck are NBA teams going to finally start to realize that they need to stop trading away all of their draft capital to go get one single player. The Magic going and getting Desmond Bane for a whole bunch of draft picks makes no sense when you look at who's in the NBA Finals. Two teams who have developed young talent and have worked their ass off to actually have depth on the bench rather than let's just get a handful of the most talented dudes we can and hope that they can gel well enough and put us ahead far enough that once we start calling in the B squad, we just don't wind up in such an insurmountable hole.
And the amount of players like Kevin Durant, there was like 11 players involved in that trade to get Kevin Durant. All right. And then look at what is like the teams that are starting to come to prominence. Oklahoma City Thunder did this. They saw the ridiculousness in this system. They traded Russell Westbrook. They traded Kevin Durant. They traded
Paul George.
But Paul George set the entire league in motion.
On fire.
You know how many players like are on different teams now because of Paul George? I mean, it's unbelievable.
And Kawhi.
Because I mean, it's insane. But I can't believe the Magic did it because the Magic aren't going to get free agents. So they have to go out and get a player. But Desmond Bane only averages like 19. It's like he's not that good. I mean,
I look at the Magic and it's like you are not one pretty decent player away from relevance. Like you're just straight up not. But you go and you have a couple years worth of decent drafts, start padding your bench, and then you go out and pick up a player or two to come in and help you turn that corner. Sure. But right now you are nobody. You are irrelevant. You've got some flashy, splashy players. That's about it. And then you add in Desmond Bane, and it's like, how does that move the needle for you? How does that do anything more than what you did this season or the season before?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, but like you said, they're not like, this is going to make us a champion. I mean, Banchero's good. All right. Franz Wagner is good. I mean, they've got they have a good team. But I mean, it's just that's not gonna put them to beat anybody else in the East, really. I mean, like they're not gonna beat the Knicks with that. They're not gonna beat the Pacers with that. So
hey, we got an agreement.
I did. I told him, I was like, we can talk about this. I don't know that anybody's gonna do anything but be like, I agree for this reason. Well, I agree for that reason.
I do.
Sometimes it's we got to do it. Thanks, Mike. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up again. I got another moron mountain. We're back to me.
Now, where are we going?
Is it me again?
Guys,
that would be fantastic.
That would be great. No, guys, Rory McIlroy needs to get his shit together. The man refuses to talk to the media. Okay, here's what happened. He wins the Masters. Everyone is Team Rory. After that, he wins the career Grand Slam. I don't think he talked to the media since. And then he maybe talked, I think, to the media this weekend for maybe 10 minutes and said, I owe all of you nothing.
What is going on?
And
with
pretty
him?
much walked out. He didn't want to hear all the shit about his driver. He's not playing well, yada, 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 not making it, whatever it is. But he's Phil Mickelsoning himself. He's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, Joe.
He's on a full Mickelson.
He's on a full. Yeah, he's got.
Mickelson.
He has a career Grand Slam. He could be the ambassador to golf for the next 15 years, playing all these tournaments. He's a great interview. I know he got burned by the Live PGA situation, but he won that career Grand Slam, and now everyone's kind of anti-Rory because he's. I don't know what's going on in his head. I know he got burnt, so I respect that he's doing it. But just talk to the media for 50. Talk to your fans. Your fans are showing up. Be a part of it. Engage. Bryson DeChambeau is the nicest guy out there right now. What are we talking about?
Who the hell would have saw that?
I don't know.
You know, like, even when he got
just like 2 years ago. Yeah.
When he got like clotheslined by that rope and had to freak out DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just the biggest douche ever. But everyone loves DeChambeau. Now Rory's in this weird. So Moron Mountain Rory, talk to the media. I think you guys would agree with me on that. I don't know what's in his head. I don't know what's going on. I know he's earned it, but that's not the way you want to go out.
I mean, that was pretty much his message of like, I don't necessarily feel like I owe anybody anything. Like I feel like I've earned the right to like choose when I do and don't talk to people. Like that's true. And also like, sorry, man, like you chose to go into professional golf. Like part of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that like, there's media expectations. Like, sorry, bro. Like, retire if you don't want to talk to the media, but otherwise, like, that's part of the gig of being a professional athlete, especially a professional athlete who's considered to be like the tippity top of your sport at present. Like,
and Phil dropped off. Rory could easily backfill in this kind of, I don't know, like the ambassador. Tiger's not playing anymore, so Rory has an opportunity here.
I mean, Scotty Scheffler's just too nice. Everybody's just like, where's the drama with this guy?
When he's 28. He's only 28. He's got a while.
So it's just like, Rory, talk to the media. We need some spicy instead of just happy, nice Scheffler.
I mean, that's the thing, is I think he's just like highest possible peak, and he's like, you know what? Kind of got senioritis now. Like I don't really give a shit that much. I'm not like the monkeys. I don't owe you anything. I don't feel all that driven. Like my legacy is already enshrined as one of the greatest to ever play this game.
I am not
like I don't really have like no one can hold me accountable at this point.
True.
I can just do whatever the hell I want.
They stabbed you in the back. So
yeah. Like Jay Monahan is responsible for me being pissed off. So we go talk to him.
So is he on Moron Mountain or? Chris seems a little.
No, he's pissing me off.
I can see both sides, man. Yeah, I can see both sides, but like ultimately, if you're a professional athlete, at the end of the day, like you're a public figure. Act as such. Like don't be a child.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Rory, come on, just give him 50. Answer the questions. Bill Buckner answered the questions after he blew in the entire World Series.
Matt Ryan
took the questions. He just it's part of the gig.
Cam Newton did not.
Hey, boys. Hey.
Jinx.
Nice job, guys. Joey, if people like myself in Dallas, Mike, then we have a better name. We'll get a better name for you, Mike.
Yeah.
How do they submit their squeeze of the week? Moron Mountain claim to shame, where you eat crow on a bad take in the past. Joey should probably eat crow about his 60s NBA take. Dick Barnett, dude, he was in the 60s.
Yeah, exactly.
Julius Erving was playing in the ABA. Like, you are nuts. How do they do so, Joe? How do they submit?
60s, late 60s. Now, okay.
60s.
Listeners, friends, I meant 1960s.
Walt Frazier. Like, what are we talking about? You're not taking on.
Okay. You could submit your most outlandish sports take or Moron Mountain nominee claim to shame, which I guess Cody's going to make me do, or overall bitch fest like Chris just had by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com or send us a DM on Instagram at juiceboyshow, and if it has the pulp, we'll read it on the show. Chris, who's sponsoring today's show?
Today's episode of the Juice Boys Show is brought to you by the Ford Bronco.
Oh,
fellas, exactly 31 years ago today, the day we are recording, the Ford Bronco was launched from being just another SUV into becoming an American icon. All thanks to a famous little evening drive by friend of the show, O.J. Simpson.
Oh, R.I.P.
And to celebrate the 31st anniversary of Old Juice's infamous drive, Ford is now offering 0% financing for 30 months for all disgraced former Heisman winners. And for our non-Heisman winning Bronco lovers, our leasing options will fit your budget better than a fresh pair of leather gloves. All Ford Bronco trims
You mean
are
glove.
now available in classic PCH white and fresh OJ orange. Lead a miles-long police chase down to your local Ford dealership and test drive one today. The Ford Bronco, because 95 million viewers have never tuned in to watch somebody driving a Kia Telluride.
You're damn right about America made. Oh, what a great sponsor. John Havlicek, Joe. John Havlicek. You are not beating John Havlicek.
I'm not beating anybody. I said I could. I said I would. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right. Let's move on, guys. Remember, if you don't remember last week, please listen. We discovered the enhanced games.
Yes.
The enhanced games, for those that are wondering, Olympic-style events in Las Vegas on the Strip at Resort World, which is like a dying casino. So this is all a little desperate.
Brand
We'll see
new.
what happens. Brand new.
Dying.
Dying.
Brand new, but dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the very end.
you are encouraged. They're going to do Olympic-style events. You are encouraged to take performance-enhancing drugs to end the stigma of performance-enhancing drugs that major sports have.
Yes.
Yeah, they've labeled evil, but they're not evil according to the enhanced
Regulated
games.
out. I
Right?
guess.
Yeah. So also the kicker, if you break a world record, because you really show what you can do on performance-enhancing drugs, you win $1 million cash, which is kind of wild.
Gold money.
So we are officially the unofficial podcast of the Enhanced Games 2026. We
getting our
will be
credentials.
talking about. We're getting our credentials. You
We're
think
going
that's a
out for
joke?
it.
Chris is actually working on it behind the
Flying
scenes
out. We're flying out for the enhanced games.
heading
Boots
to
on the
Vegas,
ground.
baby.
to get us press
Boys
credentials.
take Vegas.
Oh my God! So to start
How
this,
can they not want a podcast called The Juice Boys?
oh,
Yeah,
At the enhanced games.
enhanced games.
They're going to
It's
be
perfect.
super disappointed when we show up and they see what we actually look like.
I mean, aren't most people
Like-
though?
like
Are-
Y'all have not delivered on this premise worth a shit.
So the games start next year, I believe. So we have plenty of time to talk about it.
Yeah.
So our big topic of the day is you're going to pick 2 events. Okay, one event you will personally take performance enhancing drugs and compete in. One that you
gear.
think you have a fighting chance to break a world record. Okay.
Yeah.
The second
How
one.
are you earning your million?
How are you earning that milli? Okay. Second one, you are picking an athlete in history to drug up, get a lot of PEDs in their system, and then sick them on an Olympic style event just to watch. I mean, it would be just fucking nuts watching whoever you might have picked in whatever event. Okay. First round, we're going to start with what event are you going with? Also, we should say there's only like 6 events in this thing so far.
Yeah.
So we're opening it up
So
to the,
far.
Yes, so far.
Yes.
When it really takes off,
I
I'm
think
sure
once
they'll
you
expand.
listen to this, they'll realize the error of their ways.
Yes. So we're expanding this to all Olympic sports because obviously the enhanced games will be on par with the Olympics in no time.
Yeah, no time.
Yeah. Chris, you want to
Take
start,
one
buddy?
time. Yeah.
What sport are
this
you
off.
juicing up to take on?
So, fellas, as always, I really appreciate the opportunity to take these in whatever direction I think is most fun.
And we don't really challenge you much. We just kind of let you be.
Yeah, you kind of
you
just
go.
let me get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
that's
has
on-
been fantastic for the last 2 years because we've come up with a lot of fun, different ideas.
Yes.
Here's the
Mostly
thing.
around OJ.
I know it'll come to as a shock to the two of you because I know you both really think so highly of me and put me on a pedestal.
Okay.
Especially for my athletic abilities. But I might be the least athletic person I know, including my own toddler.
Okay.
So here's what I'm doing. I'm coaching the two of you. I'm going
You're
to go
gonna be
ahead
our
and
coach.
each of you to win at the enhanced games. I have hand selected
Okay.
what the two of you are going to be competing in to give ourselves the best opportunity for the Juice Boys to take home that millie.
Okay.
And I'm fine with just the caddy rate. My 10%. I'll take my 10%. We're good.
Oh, okay.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
First one that came to mind, probably an obvious one. I imagine this is what Joey's about to go with. Joey is essentially half horse from the waist down. Anyway, we're doing dressage.
Okay.
I don't know how they measure world records, but I just imagine Joey and the horse as like one cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Both roided out of their goddamn minds.
Okay.
Just inflated like two pimples out there dancing on the dance floor. I don't see a world in which that doesn't result in whatever the hell world record might exist in dressage.
Just so jacked. I'm doing like one-handed handstands on that.
The horse is just fighting against the forces of gravity to not break in half at your sheer massive size.
Yeah.
But goddamn, is it ever beautiful.
Out there on a Clydesdale.
Okay. Chris starting us
I
up
love it.
hot.
I love
Chris.
it. Man, nobody said you can't drug a horse. I mean,
Exactly.
So,
There is. I did a little digging. They have taken no time to define what
specify.
enhanced means.
Yes.
And I'm going to take full advantage of that.
Drug up a horse.
I'm going to teach them why pretty much every rule is written in somebody taking advantage of a situation.
The fine
love
print.
it.
The
I
fine
love
print.
it.
Joey, can you beat?
Oh, you got what about yours? What are you coaching Cody in?
No, that's his next pick. Or is that how you're playing
that's
it?
your second pick.
Oh,
that's your second pick. Okay. All right.
Got to wait.
I was thinking, what sport? Not only do I think I could dominate in, what sport that I think would be the most
Dressage.
fun to compete in?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get roided out of my mind, and I'm gonna curl the living shit out of that stone.
Oh my God!
All right, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna curl the living shit out of that.
Just all the announcers
40-pound
being like, I do
Scottish
not
stone.
understand how this helps anything, but my God, are those some triceps?
That ice will be
Right, so
smooth,
just-
let me tell you.
Get that stone spinning so much it just burrows into the ice.
Wait, are you
know,
the
so
stone
just-
thrower or are you the
you have to be.
sweeper?
You have to be.
You have
both.
to do
And
both.
So just sweeping
Oh.
so hard it just melts and just creates a trail to follow like a snail trail, just right into place where I want it to go. Yeah, and it just turn it into like a little slide for
So
it.
he just carves a hole in the ice.
spin it so fast that friction just melts the ice right into the middle of the
So
circle.
Joey defies friction in the curling enhanced games.
That's right.
Damn, Joe.
Curling.
I mean,
Roided
you
out
could technically
curler.
enhance the broom by lighting it on fire.
Who knows what we
Well,
can
he's gonna rub it so hard that the
It just
ice will.
bursts into flames.
Wow,
I
Joe.
love it.
Just use. I won't need one slip foot. Just 2 rough feet and just carve that up there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just destroy that ice. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Well, for those that don't know my body, which is most of
Oh,
you,
I know it.
I have large legs. I don't know why.
Hairy large.
Hairy and
Very.
thick. Like McCoys have large
Shag
legs.
carpet.
It doesn't really help for much other than moving a couch as you get old. Okay.
Putting stuff up in
And
attics.
throwing shit in an attic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe what
Falling
saved me
through
was
said
my
attic.
big.
It makes an extra big hole when you fall through the attic.
The big legs, they broke the attic, but they may have helped me not die from the attic. So
You get stuck.
I have
No, I
large.
understand.
I have large legs. Okay, I'm gonna fucking pump these things up even more,
Okay.
and we're gonna luge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
All right.
I will be faster than lightning going down this luge. Oh my gosh, this will be world record setting. I'm actually fairly confident I would set the world record for the luge or for luge.
Are you going skeleton? So you just go head first on a sprint?
Yeah, I want head first because I gotta get
skeleton,
extra steps in there. Okay, have you seen? Who hasn't seen Christmas Vacation? When he,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Surfs up, dude.
when he surfs, and he's a lightning bolt. That'll be me at the luge. Meet me at the luge, friends. This feels like a no-brainer. You guys went a little funny with yours. I'm actually getting gold in the
Yeah,
luge.
you're just gonna have
beautiful.
quadzilla legs.
Yeah,
Go out there like Saquon Barkley.
yeah.
And just-
Those
yeah.
calves will be bursting out the spandex.
But I took it in a little bit of a different route. I am going to be coaching you in the skeleton. But we're going to, in addition to beefing those legs up, we're going to really take enhancement for a walk. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove your arms and surgically graft like the two little like ice skate things, on the bottom of the skeleton onto your chest. And so all these other idiots who are running out there having to carry their skeleton, yours is attached to your body. You use your giant behemoth monster legs, and you just fly your ass headfirst down that slope with no arms to maximize both weight and aerodynamic qualities, probably dying in the process, but we will 100% set a world record as you also simultaneously set a land speed record without anything other than ice and little ice skates attached to your titties.
I'm saying stump skeleton. Coaching Cody is a stump.
We're going to revisit that in 2 years and wonder what's. Can I just tuck my arms behind my back?
No. We're enhancing you. You're enhanced.
That disabled. That actually, by definition, disables me.
No, it enhances you.
You're
one with
for
the
just
machine.
this one thing. For the whole rest of life, yes, you are less.
I'm taking the same tranquilizers as the horse. All right, you can just be part of the skeleton. All right, so you are
the actual
X-Men.
skeleton.
Yeah, you're the X-Men of skeletons.
You're like Wolverine. Yes.
Yeah, Wolverine just out of your chest, and only good for skeleton luge.
Yes, only enhanced for this one sole purpose. Everything else in life will be far less fun, but you will have $1 million, which is good.
I can't even touch the million.
Well, you can like rub it with your nose.
Can I not have Chris as my coach? Is that?
Sorry.
I get a horse. Yeah.
Joey, can you beat Armless Cody with nipple skates?
All right. So
Could that please be the name of this episode?
with the nipple skates.
Okay.
When did steroids like in major usage become like a big thing? Like the 80s. Probably. Yeah, the 80s. So I want to see the largest human being that we've ever seen just pushed to the max. I want to see what an enhanced Andre the Giant would look like.
Holy
and have him go in for Greco-Roman wrestling. All right, and just have him go in there and just. I want to see that man, but not fat. All right, I want to see that man
brutalize people.
Yeah, not after a keg of beer, but after like a 20,000 cc's of human growth hormone. All right, and just seeing what the human body can do. How big can those hands get? How big can that head get? All right, just how big? Like you talk about legs. Yeah, that guy was already 700 pounds or whatever. Let's push it to 1,000 of ripped muscle. All right, yeah. Andre the Giant.
You just blew my mind.
I want to see
that feels terrifying.
Enhanced.
Like that's like real life Frankenstein.
Yeah, I want it.
Who would compete against him?
That's like the Hulk come to real life.
I mean, you would say like WWE guys have obviously been tried and true, proven to use massive amounts of PEDs. All right, they say that they're clean, but there is no freaking way in hell Dave Bautista looked the way he did while filming those movies and wrestling. There's no way that also Chris Benoit had a roids raid and killed his entire family. All right, but
also that
that
was
happen.
CTE though.
So yeah, that was that too. But I just think there was no steroids. I don't think back in this time. That's what I mean. At least. Hulk Hogan's body didn't look like it. It just looked like he was just lifted and sat out in the sun.
How many injections before he feels anything?
Who knows? Let's see.
Yeah, what would the dosing even be for 700-pound man? It'd be the same as for your Clydesdale.
I was gonna. Yeah, it's right on par.
Yeah.
Holy cow, Joe! Let's try to beat Andre the Giant.
Let's push science.
Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
We're pushing science.
Pushing the human body to its limits.
Just.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, who's the greatest athlete of all time?
Michael Jordan.
Joey.
Maybe on steroids.
Joey in the 1960s.
Yeah.
See what we did that? Do you see what we did there? That's a legitimate podcast move, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Bo Jackson doing the decathlon.
Oh.
Okay, that's probably actually like a legit.
I think you're actually getting the world record.
Yeah, I think you probably have a very real shot.
Bo Jackson notoriously never really lifted weights, and he was as Superman looking as any human to ever walk with minimal weight training. So one, imagine if he weight trains and then we pump him full of everything under the sun.
I love the idea of like you go back in time. You're like, Bo, we need you. We call you into the future. You're here to get modern weight training and modern steroids. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And then still goes and sets a world record anyway.
We're going to pump old Bo up here. Okay. Also, fun fact, I don't know if everyone knows this. In high school, he ran the decathlon. He was so far ahead, he didn't have to do the 10th event.
Just at all.
At all.
Wow.
His time was so far ahead of everyone else. They were like, fuck, man, you don't.
Did he do it anyway?
No, he stopped.
It would have been awesome if he did anyway. Just like, nah.
So imagine that
guys.
with juiced up, peak 90s Bo knows, and some Nike tight spandex and shoes. He is breaking the world record for the decathlon. This isn't even funny. This is actually happening.
I think you hit a bullseye on that one.
It's happening. There's just can't beat that.
Bo knows.
I mean, I think all three of us really stepped it up for our second pick.
Stump skeleton.
For sure.
The largest human being ever pushing science.
With
the
nipple
boundaries
skates.
of science.
With nipple skates.
Nipple
Oh
skates.
my gosh.
Remember, Juice Junkies, you can listen to the show on all major podcast networks and YouTube. Please follow and rate the show and leave us a review through Apple. We'd love to hear from you guys. I haven't had a review in a while. Let's do it. Blow the conch. Review. And we encourage you to follow the YouTube and Spotify channels. Also, be a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast. Join our Juice Junkie community. Cody, back to you.
Heck yeah, boys. That almost does it for us. Let's wrap it up with a fun, fat stat of the day, boys, about some golf. We all love to golf. Okay. In 2020, 61-year-old Barry Gibbons set the world record for most golf played in a single year.
Jeez.
How many rounds did our friend, Mr. Gibbons, play in a single year?
Oh my God. It's 365 days in a year. Am I correct?
Chris?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
check?
cool. Got fact check.
Yeah.
I had to count them,
Is
sorry.
that good? Yeah. So I'm gonna go say average 2.5 rounds a day. Say
2.5 a day?
Yeah.
Rounds of 18?
Yeah. Say I'm playing 36. No better not be late.
Playing 45 holes of golf per day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go 800.
Gotta be single, right? Or divorced. Newly divorced.
I'm gonna
Either
go
that or he just
800
hates who he's married to.
867 rounds.
Okay.
I was going to go like 300.
Chris,
close.
so disappointing.
How many?
135 rounds of golf.
1,200
That's
in a
almost 4
year?
a day. That's almost 4 rounds of golf a day.
That's a
Oh my
breakfast,
God.
lunch, evening, and a twilight? Like, that's a...
I mean,
Seriously,
I don't
like
know how that's
at what
possible.
point is it just
Or it's
like...
an early morning. You got to do an early morning
Like
if you're not.
you are accomplishing nothing other than this. Like, oh my God, your life has to be
plays-
so one-dimensional.
He just plays in the North Pole all summer.
That seems
He just
terrible.
play 24 hours a day.
All for the sake of being mentioned on the Juice Boy Show podcast. A highly successful
1,200. All right, yeah,
growing
I won't-
podcast.
Yeah, I don't think I've played 1,200 holes in my life. Not 1,200 rounds in a year. So that's.
Well, I would hope so. You would have the world record. Dub Dub.
1,200 rounds.
You would have the world record, Joe, if you did that.
Think about it. 1,200 rounds. That's a lot of golf. So.
And that, my friend, is breaking news that 1,200 rounds is a lot of golf.
Yep, and the Florida
There it is.
Panthers just went up 4-0, so we can officially congratulations to the Florida Panthers. Good job, Mangrove Joe.
Congrats on the
Congratulations
cup.
to Florida back to back.
Hoist that bad
Let's
boy.
hope somebody cares.
You know who doesn't care,
Because
Joe?
McDavid touched the trophy
game's
before the
still-
finals.
You know who doesn't care, Joe?
Our listeners, they want us to wrap up the show.
Oh, they're screaming. They're,
Yeah,
they're saying,
yeah.
The
Like, come
fine
on,
people
boys.
of Ghana.
we've
Come
had
on.
enough. We've had enough. That's
That
our show,
one
guys.
person in Singapore who listens every single week. Thank
Oh,
you,
we
listener in
love you.
Singapore.
We're an international podcast, guys.
That is
the
true.
only one in the entire world. We mentioned that yet? That's a good marketing slogan.
Yeah.
Guys, episode 91, Dennis Rodman's number in the books. Keep following Instagram, YouTube. Oh, we love you so much. The summer is here. When you do the Juice Boys rules of golf here next week, too? Everyone's
yeah.
asking. We have to do it.
Bye.
Wrap it up, Cody.
Oh, sorry. See you guys.
The worst sound on the
Bye.
planet.